Hello, good evening. Welcome to Goblet Games, and welcome to episode 7 of Vaesen, the haunted hosts of Hoxne Hall. Dun dun dun. Yeah, we've made it to session 7, and it's not 7 out of 3. It's 7 out of
7 out of infinity.
If you're just joining us, pretty weird time to be just joining us, but welcome anyway. If you're a regular, and you are, most of you, good to see you again. Don't forget to check out our various Facebooks, Discords, and all of the other fun social media things that Pete will post links to in the below. We haven't got anything to give away this week because we've given it all away. You've had it all. You've emptied the coffers. That must be why we're back down in single digits for viewers. It's like, oh, no free stuff, not bothering them.
It's first 15 minutes. Don't worry, Ben. We'll get up there.
It's all about quality, not quantity. Rest of the week we've got Coriolis session 4 of 3, 5 of 3,
5 of 3,
session 5 of 3 tomorrow.
I'm gonna die.
Where we're space things, doing things in space,
and the darkness between the stars is about to get you.
Yes, and the darkness between the stars is just about to get us. So we're probably all going to die.
Spaceship jacked.
Except for Naya, who's going to be spaceship jacked, beaten, and left to die in the desert.
I know.
Oh, poor Naya.
Spoilers.
Not my character, me personally.
Yeah,
okay, right, okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
And then on Thursday, come across to the Free League channel and join us there, where we will have session 2 of Desolation's Edge, our exciting romp through Soviet 80s era.
Yes, comrade.
Communist space folk in space.
Yeah.
Where there's definitely no aliens, and all we've got to do is pick up this one guy from his spaceship, fly back to base, and everything.
But what was in the spaceship? Anyway, come and join us on Thursday for that.
Yeah, come and join us on Thursday for that. Now we've decided, and by we I mean Pete, and by decided I mean dictated, that this session recap is going to be provided in character by Alden through the medium of a drunken Albrecht von Wagner who has spent the night in the pub after watching his friends get dragged off by a hallucination.
Yeah, it's just a normal evening, you know?
So take it away.
So, yeah, I have no idea what is going on, but these peanuts are really nice, yeah? And maybe the locals will make me play darts again if I promise not to hit them with the darts this time. I misunderstood the rules. Echo. So, yeah, what happened? Well, my crazy companions, you know, these crazy people that we all got together at the hall with old man in the wheelchair who's not at all a werewolf. No, no. Not at all. No. So they had this idea that there was a horse, but it wasn't really a horse. It was like a scary horse with pointy teeth, and it ate children. And we decided that no, this was not a good thing, and we must stop it, even though it's clearly a total delusion. Madness. My name is not Dr. von Schnitzelberger. No, it's not. No, definitely not. Nobody answers to that name here. Okay, yeah. I think I got away with that one. So, there was a horse. Oh, I have nothing else to do, and it's a long walk back to the hall. Why don't I come and sample some of your delightful English ales? Can I have some more? I think I have a little bit more room.
Oh, we have like all 3 of us take the role of bartender. Yeah, there's 3 bartenders here. Yeah, pub owners. Yeah.
So it's a very nice inn you have. I think maybe you have a room, maybe, because I don't really fancy going back to the hall tonight.
Well, I'm not sure if you want to stay the night here, sir, because, the little folk, they can be troublesome, you see.
But children?
No, we're not so lucky to be blessed with children.
We're very short people.
The wee folk.
Dwarves, what?
No, nothing so big as dwarves. Fairy folk.
Oh, I'm too tired. Maybe you have some whiskey, and then maybe I will listen to this. Do you have any cigars, actually?
Yes, I believe I do, sir. I've got a cigar. Got a pack of cigars there. The
Do we go
Reverend Samson
outside,
used to like
though?
them, so they're quite old.
When we go outside for a smoke, though, there's some horse likes to take people on little journeys. They'd never come back.
You're right, Ethel. He nicks little boys, didn't he?
He does, yeah, and little girls sometimes.
Yeah, right. Better
And
watch out
drunk
there,
people.
German fellow.
Well, Austria, please. It's much larger empire. Germans are a broken people. I don't know why you would mistake me for them.
Oh god. So it's that point in history. That's good to know.
Right.
It's important to know the difference. Yeah. I think maybe this horse delusion will have been solved by my companions. So,
well, there is a room, sir, and we do have whiskey and cigars. If you have a hankering for such.
I do indeed. Yeah, I like your inn very much. I think I would like to maybe stay here some more. Would 200 marks be enough for to hold the room for me?
To hold the room, sir. If you wish, yes. What's a mark?
It is the unit of currency of Austria.
That's fascinating coinage there, sir. Here's your whiskey, and you said a cigar. Now I don't know if they're terribly fresh because they've been under the counter for a while.
Yeah,
my dad used to stock them for the Father Samson.
Yeah, I have seen him being brutally ripped apart in a hallucination. I feel
no,
like
sir,
I
think you must be mistaken. He died in a fire.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the fire. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And he passes you your whiskey, dips his finger in to the whiskey, and then flicks it down at the floor behind the bar.
Okay, I'm hoping you clean that. But all right. Is this a local custom?
For the wee folk, isn't it?
That's right, sir. It's for the little folk.
Well,
and when you finish with your cigar, please don't smoke it all the way. Just leave a little tab at the end, and don't crush it up. Just pop it in the ashtray, and one of them will finish it off. They like a smoke now and again.
Oh well, I appreciate the company. I mean, if you have any cigarillos, maybe we could just all join in. Maybe some small glasses for the whiskey rather than the flicking on the floor. More hygienic.
No, sir. You won't see them. You won't see them. We only know they're there because of the effect that they have, and as long as we look after them, they look after us.
And what is this effect? I get out my notebook and I drunkenly make note.
Well, so they say that things don't break around here. These gas lights, they're near 30 years old, and they've not broken or gone bad. The beer stays nice and fresh. You'll have appreciated our ale, sir.
Well, it's okay.
It's very fresh and hoppy.
Very hoppy. Yeah.
The place stays sort of spick and span, sir. We don't suffer much from like creepy crawlies and bugs and the like.
So you don't have to dust. Oh, this is almost a modern.
No. You need
saving.
You need to dust. You must not dust because they don't like it if you let the place get messy.
Yeah, they're not servants. Sorry.
I'm just trying to understand. So if I was to maybe leave out some leather, would they make me some boots? Is this kind of situation we're talking about?
The bartender kind of stares at you blankly, and he's like, I don't know, sir. I think they've only got little hands. I don't know that they'd be able to make full-size people shoes.
Okay, maybe this is the Austrian variant. They make the boots and they tidy the house and this kind of thing. Okay.
It could be similar, folks. Or hi, you could be right there. But yes, the room.
Yeah.
And he hands you a big metal key with a great big wooden handle on it. Just up the top of the stairs there, sir. Have you got any bags or anything you'd like me to carry up?
No, I am as you see me.
Well, would you like me to accompany you, sir? Because you've had a drink or two in you.
I was imagining that you fell over when you said that. I am as you see me.
Do you think I will get lost? Will the little people take me away?
No, they wouldn't. They wouldn't dream of such a thing, sir. But let me show you to your room, unless you'd like another drink.
Oh, well, another drink. Yeah, that sounds good. Maybe sit by the fire, smoke my cigar.
Of course, sir. Well, let me know when you're ready, and I'll help you up to the room.
Okay, yeah.
Sir, wake up, sir.
A very nice barman. Innkeeper.
Excuse me, sir. Sir, wake up, sir. Nope, he's gone to sleep. Meanwhile, back at the house.
Best recap ever.
Yeah, well, this is where we die of pneumonia because we're soaked to the bone.
I think I've just
Did we
fished
ride a
all
horse,
of
didn't we?
the skeletons
Yes,
out of the water, haven't I?
Yes, you were fishing child skeletons out of the water out the back of the house, where embarrassingly it turned out the brook horse had its lair within shouting distance of Hoxne Hall itself.
Yes,
Wow.
indeed.
I think it took a bit of pleasure out of that. It was like tee hee hee, dumb bugger.
It was the confluence of the two rivers, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
And it's just turned into a normal horse now, hasn't it? Which we
Yep.
called,
Wavely.
Oh,
what did we name it?
Volcane
Waverley.
UK, thank you for subscribing.
I think
Waverley,
Waverley.
because it was the name of the
Waverley,
river.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Millicent and I specifically made sure we named it and not the men because they were going to call it something silly like Thunder, and then Pete was like, "I was going to say
I was going to
Thunder."
say Thunder. Yeah. Well, I'm an artillery officer. What else am I going to call the
I
horse?
get it. It's been named though.
Yeah.
What's your horse
That's
called?
been
AF-12
christened.
Artillery Unit.
Spiffing.
I imagine though that
So the
his
stallions shut up in the stable and
Mhm.
subdued. Agnes stayed with it for a while and just sort of
Yeah.
hung out, I believe.
Yeah.
Culver comes and helps Lieutenant Cranthorne with the removal of the bodies.
Oh, jeez.
I shall
It's
mop
actually really
sweat from my brow. It's too late for such activity, but it must be done.
Quite, sir. Would you care for me to run you a bath, sir?
No, I think that will be necessary. Yes, after my labours here. Perhaps you run and draw that, and I shall finish with the departed.
He puts down a sheet that he brought out for collecting up the bones in.
Mhm.
As you say, sir, perhaps it might be wise to have the Reverend Huntington Greaves perform the burial rites,
yeah.
and
Yes.
we can bury them in the local cemetery, in our private cemetery, rather than cause a commotion in the town.
This is your domain. I shall leave such arrangements up to yourself. So I shall put them within this spread you have placed here, and I shall place it over there.
Very good, sir. And off he pops and starts getting you a bath ready.
Culver is a real just trooper. Like, just, I mean, because he has lived through, because he's the oldest one here. He's lived through that entire spat of killings, and he's just like, nope. Would you like a bath, sir? Like, oh my god, man. Part of. Never mind. Sorry.
Okay, so anything else you want to do that night?
I was going to talk to Millicent briefly. My good lady, do we believe that there'll be any of these that we could possibly take down with gunfire? I think, considering all the things that have been discovered, I'm feeling slightly ill-equipped for what is required of us. I know we're learning more and more about these creatures, but
I mean, we don't know much about most of them. There's the brook horse and, of course, the revenant, but those are the only two we actually know anything about.
Very true. Very
as far as
true.
I'm aware.
I will keep my rifle handy then. I was worrying that I hadn't brought anything heavier with me, but I don't think that'd necessarily be the time it takes to set up most of our pieces is exclusionary. But in a battle situation, they're perfect.
Yeah.
But in these kind of dark skirmishes, artillery aren't really the best way to go. I'll keep my rifle handy though. If you seem to be catching on a bit more of what to do with these creatures than
I think so.
myself.
I mean, I have prepared the bullets, so but
Oh.
perhaps the Revenant, I think it may be useful. I can't see that that Sir Stephen's going to enjoy us just taking out the locations without investigating them first. But I mean, that's an
course.
option.
Of course. And when you say you've prepared the bullets, could I get some of those?
Yes, of course. Yes, I'll pass you some bullets that
Thank you.
all have
Thank
little
you.
crosses inscribed into them.
Yes.
I have this brilliant sort of Princess Bride thought in my head of like Lieutenant Cranthorne standing there in front of a giant. The giant being like, "What do you think's funny, little man?" He's like, because I know something you don't know.
Yeah. I've got crosses cut into the tips of my bullets.
A quarter of a mile away, I have an artillery piece.
Yeah.
I have an entire barrage.
What was that? Was that thunder? No, that wasn't my horse.
Hey!
Hey.
What's that really loud booming noise in the distance? Oh, you'll find out about
That's
a couple of
Agnes.
seconds.
Why are you whistling? It's not me.
It's the crosses carved into the cannonballs.
Oh God,
Brilliant. Brilliant.
I'm probably gonna.
Everything
Very well.
scales up, right?
Yeah.
That's how that works, surely.
I will.
would
I will finish up here, Millicent. Perhaps you should check on.
Of
Young
course, I
lady.
will check on Agnes and make sure she's not stealing anything.
Oh, slander.
Practice. Agnes is in the stable where she seems to be talking quietly to the horse.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, they're assholes. Yeah, but yeah, no, I get what you mean. Yeah, no.
Oh,
Yeah,
everything
he
okay
could
with
be a
Waverley,
real pain.
Agnes?
Yeah. Hey, hello. What is it?
He's settled down.
Yeah, more or less. I mean, he's exhausted, but then he did like go cross country at like 2 seconds an hour, 2 seconds a month. There.
Very
I don't know.
fast.
Very
Oh,
fast.
fast.
Speediness. But yeah, I think he'll be fine if we just leave him. I should probably not sit in these clothes for too long because that's how you get pneumonia, and that's just not pleasant.
No, we should probably change and warm up. Maybe Culver can light a fire for us or something.
Yeah, that's probably advisable. It's not raining at the moment, is it? Because that would just be like the crappy icing on the crappy cake.
Probably like drizzling, isn't it?
Knowing
Just
our
me, Jim,
luck,
13,
Always
thanks for following.
drizzling.
like
No,
a
it's
light.
not raining at the minute.
Oh, thank
No.
goodness. Yeah, so I'll head back in. I mean, Calva's running a bath for the. I keep want to call you colonel, but you're not a colonel. You're like a lieutenant.
Lieutenant.
Yeah, lieutenant. So yeah, I'll probably pass him by and ask for some kind of similar accommodation for myself.
Thanks for subscribing, World Builder 101.
Wow, that's a cool name. They must be awesome.
And Just Me Gem 13. Thanks for following.
Hi, Gem. I know Gem. So.
Ah. So the rest of the evening passes with baths and hot drinks and warm beds, big fires.
And
Did we
Albrecht.
recover Albrecht, or is he?
No, we've left.
No,
It's okay. We'll pick. He'll find his way. He's a doctor in something. So I mean, he's
I'm
got to.
investing in the English hospitality industry.
Yeah.
I'll just waft some strudel out of the window.
Well, if you actually had strudels, then that would work. I suppose it was the long apple pie I was served last time.
Feel like the innkeeper, the very nice and genial innkeeper, will come up in the morning and there'll just be like a Wile E. Coyote hole of Albrecht where he's smashed through the wall to get to the strudel. He'd be like, oh.
Again. Oh.
I imagine the first person up in the morning is going to be either Millicent or Lieutenant Cranthorne, because he's a military man and they get up sharpish, but she's a
Well,
lady
we're
of
taking Sheba for a
society,
walk.
Having my
And-
constitutional.
probably gets up at 5 in the morning because time's a wasting, mustn't waste
Yep.
daylight.
Hot, hot,
Take
hot.
Sheba out for a run.
Yeah, I am staying in bed. 'cause why not? Yeah.
I'm jogging in high-waisted trousers and in a
I'm
very.
very glad I'm asleep.
Oh, Millicent, you just got a re-roll.
Oh, I better make you do things
Oh.
that need rolls then.
Yeah. So you've got the trousers up to there, and then the braces.
And non-anomaly has just pointed out, and we should have said earlier on, Sofinio's not actually with us this episode.
No.
However,
No.
I have
No.
replaced him with very thoughtful and
Yes.
debonair
Yes.
still of
It
him
was the
twiddling
best
his
moustache picture
beautiful
we had.
moustache. Yes.
Just been
Mhm.
deep in thought
Yeah.
for all this time.
Yeah.
He's
It's the
praying,
second
isn't he?
week of deep thought now.
Yeah. This is now the tradition. We've previously had Millicent with an expression on her face that just was like, what the entire session, which was appropriate.
Oh, you might want to
with what we
replace
were
that
doing.
one,
Re-roll
Chaplain
for
Spectre.
re-roll for the Reverend.
Re-roll for the Reverend who's not here.
Come on, Rog.
No, they're not. They're non-refundable. Sorry.
Need it.
Who's that for instead?
It's never me. Anyway,
That's
it
a good way
isn't.
to
You
get-
never give.
He was
me
threatening to
it.
only give GM re-rolls, but
Aw.
only if I promised to use them against Pete,
I know.
because he
I know.
wanted revenge.
For
Yeah.
Dragonlance, yeah, I know.
Yeah. He did use
So,
some
yes.
against me, Pete. Rog, don't worry.
I used
So
some
we-
against you to make you try and shoot Roger in close combat.
Yes, yes, you
So-
did.
So I'll probably
Anyway.
wake up.
Right, so by the
Like,
time you're coming
morning.
back from your run, you sort of pass Millicent going out the other way as you're coming back from your early morning constitutional, and you can smell bacon being cooked.
Oh.
Meanwhile, Albrecht, you are awakened.
Oh,
The sound of sizzling from the kitchen.
Oh,
You've got another chair placed under your feet. The chair you were sat in is
very nice.
it's got a big armchair, and a little blanket has been placed over you.
Oh, I like this inn. I think I'm just going to stay here now.
Did you need to do any recovery, by the way? You haven't taken any injuries or anything,
No.
have you? Oh, yes, you
Did
have.
Oh,
did
yeah,
any
I
of us
did.
get injured?
Agnes punched me.
Yeah, I did.
With a
Well,
gun.
you were very rude.
I was not rude. I
You still
merely
hadn't healed
asked
up your
questions.
bullet wound, though, had you?
Oh God, that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Probably
Because we
not.
got the nurse to not the nurse,
Because
the doctor
having
to
spent the
possess.
night in the inn, you
Mm.
get to
a
do.
bonus.
Yeah, you do. You get a bonus from.
Whoop, whoop.
Where's it gone?
I don't know.
You get
Rhetorical
a bonus
question.
of bonusnessing.
I know, but I like answering those. It's funny.
It's after talents,
See,
conflict,
we're
and
procrastinating now because
I'm
we
doing
don't
a
know
Pete.
how we're gonna defeat a
yeah.
monster.
So
So
keep the chat going while you're looking
Yeah.
for the rule.
Yeah, that's true.
To
Oh,
discuss.
there we go. It's right there in
Exactly.
injuries.
It's all about bants, isn't it?
God,
Exactly.
I have no idea what
Yeah.
we're going to be fighting because we.
So you
hate
didn't get
everything
any
else.
defects or anything like that. Healing injuries. Do.
Dyson is like,
Demon babies. We're going to fight the demon babies.
oh,
Oh,
I
You can use
no,
medicine
no,
to heal other people's.
No,
Doesn't feel
werewolf.
right.
Yeah,
No, we're
let's
not
just
fighting
go
the
in and shoot the.
Just want to shoot the
It's like
demon
target
babies.
practice, right?
And then there's the hump demons, but I don't want to go near. I don't want to really
Yeah.
fight them because we'll lose our
Hump
doctor.
witches.
I don't know what you mean.
Not you, doctor. You're
I'm
barely a
not
doctor. I
even
mean the
there.
ghost doctor. Like the possessed
doctor.
is succubus.
Wait, leave me with the humpty witches. I will sort all of this out.
You'll be able to see them. That's the thing. So they're not going to look like whatever you desire. They're going to look like what they are.
Maybe that's what he desires.
Well, then we can leave him
Yeah,
with them.
I
and I'm
desire
hope
that
he's
we
very
all
happy.
face our reality and accept it as it is.
There we go. Then yes, let's.
Oh, local tavern. There we go. +2 to your physical recovery roll.
Wow.
Nice. Oh shit!
That's
Were we supposed to be
pretty good.
rolling for
That's
physical
good.
recovery? I just assumed we got it back.
Apparently not.
No.
It's his free league after all.
Yeah.
I am freely.
Guessing it's like a
corrupted, mate.
physique roll.
I think people are more used to dying than healing.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
No, didn't have time to heal.
My head exploded and someone stabbed me to death. No.
That-
Yes.
Right.
Yes,
So
yeah.
to make a recovery roll,
You also got shot.
Hung, drawn,
By
and quartered,
myself.
poisoned, shot. Oh no, that's Rasputin, isn't it?
Exploded own head.
No, I did get poisoned in one of these games. In one of the early Mummy games, I ate a lot of pizza. That
Oh, yes. Yes, I
was
remember
full
that.
of.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
threw up a lot over someone's van,
Yes.
which
Yes.
spoiled their
Is
getaway
that the mummy
plan.
game?
That was the
yeah,
Mummy game, which was
yeah.
very fun.
There's lots of games, guys. If you're new to the channel, go and check it out. If you're,
the adverts. Sorry, guys,
Yeah.
I'm making you sit through
It's okay.
adverts now.
Oh, well.
if
God
you're
damn
watching back on
adverts.
YouTube, check out the playlists because we've got loads of playlists of lots of different videos. And if you are
Yes.
watching us on Twitch live,
Right,
or
this is
after the
awkward. It
event,
says make a recovery
over
roll,
to
but it doesn't
YouTube.
tell you how to make a recovery roll.
It would have to be against physique.
It would have to be against physique,
Yeah,
one
'cause
would
it's the only one
assume.
that makes sense.
Oh dear.
Mine, yeah, well, just roll like you could roll flat and
Yeah.
then add 2 onto it.
sounds
Is
about
there
Yeah.
right.
just a button next on the character sheet that says recovery?
Or it could be that. That might be the
I
thing.
mean,
Oh, that button. Yeah.
yeah.
Thank you, Claire.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Sorry, I've been saying it for a while, but I was on mute. So I was like, what are you doing?
Why are they not listening to me?
You've
So apparently there's a
detracted
recovery
little
roll
bit.
button. If you add
Yeah.
your +2.
Oh, thanks, Ben.
No, I didn't.
I mean,
So, I
Alden,
roll
did you add your
another
+2
2.
to your recovery
Oh
roll?
shit!
Uh,
Did Millicent take damage?
I did.
I think so
I
at
don't
some
know what's
point.
happening.
Oh yeah, because I remember you were like, I'm a 60-odd-year-old woman. I can't be wrestling horses, and we were like, I'll be fine. Don't worry.
No, I have
Hmm.
recovered nothing.
Nope, Millicent is not injured.
Am
What do
I
you mean you
not?
recovered nothing? You got a 1 a minute ago.
That's not my one. That's Millicent's.
That was me.
Oh, okay. So you
can have
recovered
my
nothing.
recovery.
Oh, but no, but Millicent wakes up feeling really good.
Yeah,
like
Millicent feels
10
all
years off your
sprightly
age, kind of like,
and,
oh, it's
Yeah,
pretty good.
no hip problems.
Skipping around.
Oh, yes, so it was.
Almost like
Right,
that
so you
time in
don't
the garden
recover,
I was,
But you are well rested, even though you slept in a chair.
But it's a very comfortable chair.
Of course. Are you coming home to us, Albrecht?
No,
Just
no, I'm going to
no.
have breakfast.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
Maybe these
The
people have proper
the,
sausage.
the gentleman
I
from
don't
behind
know.
the bar says, good morning, sir. I've cooked up some sausages if you're interested.
Oh, yeah, guten Tag. That would be very nice. I don't suppose I know it's a no, but maybe you have coffee?
I'm afraid not, sir. I can do some tea.
Okay.
Would you like sausages with some bread in like a sandwich, or would you rather have them with egg and
Oh.
mushroom?
You're actually making me
Uh,
hungry, Ben.
The egg and
Shit.
the mushroom and maybe some bread as well. This would be nice.
Of
Oh,
course, sir, of
kill a
course.
buddy right now. God damn it.
So he puts together a little plate of breakfast and some builder's tea for you.
Okay, it's strong, so that is good.
It's either got too much milk, too much tea, or too much sugar. It's
I
the
put
only-
in another
yeah.
6 sugars.
Well, yeah, fair enough.
Not sweet enough already.
No.
Jolly good. Meanwhile, the rest of you, you arrive back from your constitutional with Sheba, Millicent, and
Mhm.
Culver has cooked breakfast. Black pudding, eggs, potatoes, mushrooms, tomatoes, sausages, bacon,
Yeah.
bread, tea.
English breakfast.
Agnes, the smell from breakfast wafts up to the room that you've
Of
been
course,
staying in.
yes. I like a boom.
And float down the stairs on the
Yes,
smell.
yeah. Ah, yes. My belly full. That's quite literally one of my few character aspirations. Being well fed and in a nice home. Oh, actually, I do. I have a question. Culver. I can't say this guy's
Yes,
name.
Miss Agnes.
I have a question.
Mhm.
So there isn't a ghost now in the shooty, stabby armory room, right?
I've not had the chance to check myself, Miss Agnes,
Okay.
but I believe there shouldn't be because you've resolved Mr. Burns' issues.
Aside to the audience, Agnes is pretty much the one seeing all the ghosts. So completely by accident. Because well, not accident, I have augury, but anyway, or seance. Okay, well, just let's go on the assumption that he isn't there anymore. Do you think we could get some people in there to fix that room up, and then maybe we could start using it again?
I would say that's a splendid idea, Miss Agnes.
And that way we could get some people from the town to come up, because, and please don't get cross with us, but Albrecht, myself, and the Reverend may have been hinting at the notion that the hall is opening up, and we may, and this is completely speculative, may have hinted that the hall opening up is going to be a big boon for business since we're fixing the place up, and we might be inviting people up on Sunday for a weird cricket game that the Reverend kept insisting was real. Don't be cross, please.
Very good, Miss Agnes.
I like the idea of the Reverend sitting there quietly, like nibbling on a bit of toast.
You can almost see the gears shifting in Culver's head as he goes from "What?" to "Very good, Miss Agnes."
And while I'm, just letting the cats out the bag, do we need barrels? 'Cause I made a friend in town, and her dad does barrels, and it'd be really, I really want to do her like a favor and get her.
I'm not sure that we need barrels, but if he's a cooper, then it's entirely possible that he may double as a carpenter, and that might be just the sort of thing we need.
There we go then.
Was it Mr. Cooper with the daughter Mavis from
Yes,
town?
Mavis Cooper. So I assumed her dad was last name Cooper.
I'll make discreet inquiries and see if he's available for some work. And I think that's a splendid idea, Miss Agnes. We could begin work on the armory, the weapons corridor, whatever you wish to call it, post haste.
Also, just while I have you, I want to say on this thing. What's the plan with Waverley?
The horse?
Yeah, like he's not going to the great farm up north, is he? Like you guys aren't going to do that.
There should be no need. I believe
Okay.
he's just a normal horse now.
No. I'm speaking from, just like you guys aren't those like rich people that like, make sausage, so to speak.
Oh, good Lord, no.
Okay.
Not out of
just
such
checking.
a fine animal.
Yes, no, of course. Yes, I'm very protective of Waverley, but I just wanted to check.
Do you ride at all, Miss Agnes?
I look down at my appearance. Do I look like the kind of girl that had the time to learn how to ride a horse?
Perhaps the Lady Wortley Smythe will give you some instruction in how to sit a horse.
Oh God. That's like, ooh.
Riding lessons.
Thank you. I hope that's not put a massive.
Did you not see that was him
on
getting his
doorstep.
revenge there?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. Again, Bakava's a cool guy. He's just like, yeah, it's a very minor revenge. I like how I like how the Reverend is again very quietly, just like, I'm not saying shit.
Perhaps the Reverend and I can discuss the cricket game and afternoon tea, while the rest of you continue about your research studies. I'm not sure what it is you're about today.
Probably that research and studies. Oh, wait a minute. Well, I've not heard the guffawing of an Austrian. Where's Albrecht?
I believe that Dr. von Wagner spent the night at the Quiet Lady Inn.
Right. And he's going to be well enough to get back. Yeah, there's not going to be any issues. Do you think?
Would you like me to take the car out to pick him up?
Oh no, please no.
No, because then that would imply that I have some sort of concern for him, and we don't want that. So yeah, no, that's fine. He's
It's
a grown
only a
man.
short walk from there to here, one that the former Lantern Society members would make quite often.
Yeah, that's true. He did manage to get punched on the way up here, though. So I mean, who knows with Albrecht?
How did
No
that
doubt
happen?
he'll make his arrival in.
Actually, you're
Short
safer
order.
going on your own. Actually,
Should we be having a party at the weekend before we have dealt with more of these creatures?
ask the Reverend that. Okay, I don't know. I just thought I'd bring it up in
I
case
think
Ben
perhaps we
does
should
this
keep
thing.
our powder dry until we have resolved some more of these spectral. We wouldn't want to cause alarm and concern.
No, you're quite right. No, I was thinking a sort of maybe an outdoor affair with, the thwack of willow and cakes on the green sort of thing.
There's no one who's more willing to indulge in a cricket match than me, but
Oh God.
and I would give you a thorough trouncing. I warn you, Reverend. However,
Hmm?
considering
Well,
what we
I don't know.
found
I
in the
did play
water
at
out the
school.
back of the hole, not mere hours ago, and we had no idea it was there.
I have words about the Reverend, but it would be actually unnecessarily
I'm
cruel.
loving
so I'm not
Volcane
gonna say
UK's
anything.
idea there. Have a party. Use the guests as werewolf bait.
I think the Reverend wants to
We're
use them
not
as
fighting
something
the
else.
werewolf. Okay. For those who don't know, monsters in this game are fucking terrifying. Okay, and we
Let me
almost
stand
died from
3
a
miles away
horse.
from him.
Yeah.
Fine.
Big silver shell in my howitzer, and we'll be fine. Get my
You
toes
end
in,
up
pal.
rolling like 2 1s, and it's like, and you miss, and you're like, fuck, that
It will
cost me
take
like,
him half
Another
an hour
8
to
rounds
cover.
for you
Yeah.
to reload.
yeah,
But it's 3 miles away, so
yeah. Okay.
That'd be an exciting action scene, won't it? What does the werewolf do this turn? Runs. What do you do this turn? I open the
Reload.
container and reload
so
a
8
new
rounds
shell.
later.
Well, I'm probably just gonna eat and run and go do some research then for something, just anything really.
Do
Okay,
we
is
have one
there
in
anything you
particular
wanted
that
to
we want
focus on?
to focus on, Agnes? You seem to be very close to this and in tune with these spirits.
I'm like mouthful of like bacon and this. Yeah, yeah.
You said something
Uh,
about babies.
I have not made. Well, actually, I have. I've consistently said no. I don't. Why? Who is gonna like?
Well, the
look,
humping.
oh
humping
yeah,
witches?
the hump witches. Yeah, they're an interesting case, I guess. I mean, I think it's. I mean, I think the ghoul is the next. If I was, speaking my mind, I would say the ghoul. Well, yeah, because we already know a bit about it.
You mean the Revenant?
The Revenant.
Revenant.
Yes.
Yeah,
Potato,
that's the one we know
Very
most
well.
a
about, isn't it?
gulo,
Okay.
a revanto. I don't really know how to do potato with ghoul and revenant, but you get the drift. Yeah. Well, and this is now where I'm pretty sure we shared this information. When we looked up the revenant, we learned that if you block its path back to its burial site, it becomes vulnerable
Yep.
or it freezes or something.
Yep.
It doesn't like religious imagery, but no, Vaesen seems to. And this is where Agnes's information is, and I will try and subtly do it without revealing my hat cards too much. I mean, plus it's like you've got your guns, so you could just like blow it to pieces. Like if it gets too close, we could just go bang, 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 and then run away.
Lady Watley Smythe has prepared some ammunition for us to that end. However, these things seem to have a knack to them.
Well, yeah, no, I'm not saying that we'd get rid of it. I'm saying if things go Pete Tong, we just go
Who is
bang,
this
bang,
Pete
and then
Tong?
and Pete Tong gone wrong.
your Scottish rhyming slang. Yes. Yes.
Based on a DJ from the
the
90s.
weapons will always be here as a fallback position, obviously.
Yes. And I should remind you, we don't get guns for this one. We just get melee weapons for the armory. The weapons corridor, is it, Ben?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
melee. But
Melee
we're all
weapons in the
fine.
weapons corridor, and then you have to upgrade it to get to guns.
Artillery.
Yes, artillery.
I don't think
Can
there
we
is
have
an
it so that
upgrade
the
to
roof
artillery.
opens?
But the problem is, and there's a little bit meta about it, is the problem is the two people that would be really good at it, Millicent and Lieutenant, have melee weapons already, and the three people that really don't have any business doing it don't have no skill, don't have the weapons, don't have any skill in it. Like, I have no close combat.
So
I'm
right
just
when
really
we arm
strong.
up the locals to
God.
to go on
this
a
is
werewolf hunt. Sorry,
We're
not
going
Beauty
on
and
a
the Beast the
werewolf
other day.
Hunt. We're
We're
gonna
not
catch
scared.
a big one. We're not scared.
Yes, so I'm going to, unless anyone is going to stop me, I'm probably just gonna stuff my face and then head to the library with my demonic book as well in tow, since that was very useful.
I actually
Library or
don't have
reading
a
room?
melee weapon.
I have a knife that is inscribed or is silver or something, but we don't know what it does. It just looks cool.
It's shiny and fancy looking, yeah.
Yeah. But Ben keeps giving me DM hints where he's
Like
oh,
the
maybe,
eyebrows.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's a knife.
Yeah.
In my defense, I do the eyebrows all the time.
That's true.
That's
That is true.
yes. But okay, now. Oh wait, is the reading room free? No, it isn't. No. Oh, I could seance. I'm not going to do that because no, it just becomes.
The reading room is the one where they kept all of their journals.
It
and
is, but
I'll
isn't
remind you that
ghosty
what you
in
learnt
there?
from in there was that Elena Sherry was the one who had been keeping tabs on the Revenant because
Yes.
she wanted revenge for the death of
Yes.
Tommy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll go in the reading room.
Nana
but
Cherry
I'll-
wanted revenge for the man-child. Sorry. 90s references. Anyway, sorry.
But yeah, I'll just wait and see what everyone else is doing.
I would like to go and get a sword from the armory because I actually don't have a melee weapon.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh,
No.
okay. Sorry, I
So I
didn't
would
know.
like a cavalry saber if there is one.
Yes,
But
yes,
otherwise,
there is.
I'd do with a two-handed.
There is a ridiculous, gigantic rusty claymore propped up in one
Oh my
corner.
God.
But going through some of the trunks and chests, there is a cavalry saber in there, which is in slightly better nick. It is engraved with Sir Stephen's personal crest.
Oh, I feel a bit bad about taking that. I might go and ask him if it's all right for me to use it. I will go and take it to him.
He's having a bit of a bad day, so he's in bed today.
Oh, I won't bother him
Oh
then.
no.
I'll leave it
No,
there.
he's sitting up. It's fine.
Oh.
You can. I'm sure he'll be glad to speak to you, sir.
Sir Stephen, I stand to attention until he tells me otherwise.
he'll
Yeah,
like
he's looking
that.
a bit pale and withdrawn today. Lieutenant, how may I help you? At ease, my good man. At
Sir
ease.
Stephen, what big eyes you have.
Oh, the
Oh,
better to see you
Sir
with.
Stephen, sorry to disturb you while you rest. I found this this blade in the armory. I lost my sword a while ago, and I was hoping to use one, and this sort of fitted my my drill weapon. A good analog. However, it seems to have bear your personal crest, so I thought I'd better check in with you first, sir, if I had permission to.
He reaches out and takes the scabbard from you and says, I haven't used this old thing in many a year. It was a gift when I was first promoted to Brigadier. Yes. Silver wire chasing the grip.
It's
Well
beautiful.
weighted.
The inlay.
By
is
all means,
excellent.
my good man, having this old thing back in service would I'd be more than happy. And he passes it back to you again by the scabbard.
Well, sir, you have honoured me twice. You have welcomed me into your household to assist you in your challenges, and you have now blessed me with something from your own service. So, thank you.
Take a good look at it, my boy. It might need a bit of work to sharpen it up, but
Not a problem.
it's good steel. It'll hold an edge.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you. I hope you feel better. I'll get Culver to fetch you a cup of tea.
Thank
Perhaps
you.
some
Thank
biscuits.
you. Probably not today. Tea would be nice, but I think I shall steer clear of much by way of food today.
As you will. And I will wait for him to dismiss me.
Oh, yes, off you go. Good man.
He likes this stuff.
And I'll
Come
walk out.
on.
Yeah, I'm
He
making
loves
him
it.
feel better. I'm making him feel better.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll leave, and then I will later on. I'm gonna polish the thing. Is Albrecht back? Has Culver gone to get him?
Culver didn't
he's-
go and get him, no.
I
'Cause
was gonna go
Agnes
and
told
find
him not
Culver
to.
then and say, Culver. And I look quite worried, like scratching around on my person.
Oh shit! Yeah.
I need to see the doctor. Can we please go and fetch him?
So for those,
Yes, of course
Or
we can, sir. Of course.
Can I borrow the car?
for those who don't know,
Are you familiar with the operation of an automobile, sir?
I think I
Oh.
caught what you did last night. No, it's best if you come as well. Sorry, but I need to come because I left something in the doctor's possession last night, a keepsake.
Oh,
Yes,
And
yes,
I must
absolutely.
have it
on
back.
that.
I must have it back.
Albrecht,
in
was there
person.
anything you wanted to do after your breakfast?
I would like to establish cordial relations with the landlords, all three of them. Or was it four?
It was just the barman at
Maybe
this
there was
point.
just four. But last night
There were some patrons in the bar as well.
Yeah, that
There was like 3 patrons in the bar last night as well, who all chipped in.
You're right, you.
Old locals, you know.
Yeah.
I've been drinking here for 40 years.
Daddy, he
Sorts.
sounds different than us.
He's
Yeah,
German.
you sound different. No, no. Oh dear. Look, does anyone have a map?
He's from that there continent.
Yeah, I'm
Oh.
European.
European.
Yes,
Ooh.
this is very much true.
Aren't we
Yeah,
at
one of the
war with
moons of
Europe?
Jupiter.
Sorry, what?
Not today.
Yeah, a lot of us.
Not today. Britain in the 19th century.
Okay,
We're at
all-
war with at the minute. I find it hard to keep track.
Africa.
Everyone. You
Everyone.
just hate everyone. Anyway.
Right.
I'll say Africa.
So
Yeah.
yes, you pull up at the Quiet Lady Inn. You can hear the noise of something loud and bangy outside.
Oh no, no. Oh, I feel my stomach kind of. Oh no, this is not a very good idea. Is
I
there
was
a back
gonna
way
invite
out of
Millicent to
here?
come with us before we left. Sorry, if she wanted to come.
Of course.
Nice drive in the countryside.
Yeah, a hungover stomach is not gonna, full of breakfast
No,
is not gonna take
no.
well to that monstrosity.
If I hear them pulling up, I am going to ask if there's a back way out.
Have they not come from the big house to collect you, sir?
Yeah, but do you hear the noise? I mean, I've just had to lunch breakfast. I don't really want to see it again.
Are you a little bit concerned about the automobile? I'd be a
Yeah.
bit worried about my organs as well, sir.
Yeah, so is there a quiet way out or a cellar I can hide in or something?
Well,
Oh
come
my
out this way by the
God.
kitchen, sir, and no doubt you could probably make your way back on foot.
Yeah, this was my idea.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yes, and if I can just jury rig that engine, I can get her up to at least 7 miles an hour.
No, your
We've
eyeballs
got this
will
green log
explode.
that you can throw in, and then a yellow log. Sorry, that's the wrong thing.
You don't want to get it up to 88 miles an hour. That would be deadly.
Yeah. Travel through time.
Right. So you climb down from the automobile and enter the Quiet Lady Tavern, which is a lovely, clean, oldie worldy tavern. Horse brasses on the fireplace, pewter tankards and ceramic mugs hanging from the ceiling, a well-stocked bar, a couple of pumps on it.
14 bartenders.
Like that. Albrecht just made a stealth roll.
Bye.
I'm gonna walk over to the bar and say,
There's a man
fine
there of
hoppy
about
ale if you have
30
one.
years, 30 years old. Right you are, sir. Have you come from the big house?
Well, of course. Lady Millicent, would you perhaps enjoy a beverage?
Morning
Yes, of
sherry.
course. It's a little early for that, no?
I will chuck a couple of bob on the table. On the
Thank you
bar.
kindly, sir.
A
So
couple of...
is it the big house are you opening up again then, sir?
Oh, we're a little way off yet. We're just preparing.
Tell them about the cricket match.
Just
One of
preparing a few
your-
things.
One of your friends from over the big house spent the night here last night.
Yes, that's why I'm here. My good friend Albrecht. We need to collect him.
I'm afraid
we
you've just missed him, sir. He headed out. He said he was on foot heading back to the big house. Back to the hall,
Right, you
sorry,
are.
sir.
Do
We
you
don't
know
call-
which way? Did he take the right direction? I assume he was here enjoying himself last night.
Yes, sir. He came in quite late and stayed for a few drinks. Decided not to head back, but then he fell asleep before he could take to the bedroom. Everything was fine.
Very important. He has something of mine that I need.
I see. Well, he's on his way back to the hall as we speak, sir. So I don't know which way he's taken. I imagine he'll just go back across the bridge. You could probably catch up with him without too much difficulty. I have
Very
no
well.
idea what accent this guy has, by the
It's great.
Sledge.
It's great. It's all around.
Yeah.
It's Russell Crowe in Robin Hood.
way.
Country, I think is what we call that.
I wonder where you're going with that, Aldine. I thought I was going to
I
have
think
to pause,
maybe his
the
dad
stream
was
for a minute there.
Irish and his mum was from the Midlands or something.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that one.
Possibly West Country. He's from somewhere in the Irish Sea.
Very well.
The perfect mirror to
excellent.
Albrecht and his European
Was
accent.
he?
Yeah.
Was he okay? He didn't.
Yes, he was in very good spirits, sir.
Not too
Played
good
darts.
spirits, I hope.
Many spirits.
He did have quite a few spirits. Played darts with some of the local fellas.
Bet some stuff. A really nice watch. He just like gave it to him. He was really bad at darts. Brad.
Showed a great interest in the little folk.
Well, who wouldn't?
They seemed quite taken with him. His shoes weren't even tied together this morning.
Well, that's good. That's good. They
Actually-
tend to do this, don't they? He starts drinking his ale.
I like the idea that they heard his comment about shoemaking and they were like, oh, we could go into that field and work.
Is that a
out there."
go?
He's got new shoes.
They're really, really small.
Red.
Aw.
My key ring.
Yeah.
Right, now
Yep.
Agnes
7.
is
In the writing room
in the writing room.
with my demonic book, as always.
Your demonic book.
Yeah, it's always on my person. I probably put it down the front of my shirt to make sure I don't lose it.
Love the way you refer to it as my demonic book, despite the fact that the only thing I've ever told you about it is 1, it's in Arabic. 2, there's a picture of a horse in it.
Didn't you say it was like for summoning
Yeah,
demons at
you
one
did.
point?
No, I never said that. That was one of you lot.
You
W-
said that there was a very
oh,
summoning-y nature to some of the drawings, including a horse.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and they didn't look friendly, and I thought, well, okay, maybe they're not demons. Maybe they're just,
In that case, I obviously did tell you that it's a demon summoning book. Carry on.
That's fine. Oh, I'm not playing with it. Like it's there on hand just in case anything comes up. We got a really big find last week, and I was really delighted with that. So I'm hoping we get a repeat. I mean, I could just seance and ask her, but I mean that feels like cheating.
You got the
Well,
talent.
if you remember, one of her books fell off the shelf.
But that's what the talent's for.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I might just do that. I might just go summon Sherry's ghost.
Okay.
Yeah. So I do my usual like really like blasé kind of like no reverence, no like respect, just like, oi, get in here. I know you're there kind of thing.
Derek Akora rides again.
Yeah.
Hello, anyone there?
I can feel the presence of a bad actor.
Okay, so yep, I'm just reminding myself what the actual fucking skill that I use this is under. It's under
under occultist
which would be logic.
talents. No, I don't think it is. I think it might be empathy or manipulation, actually.
Oh, really? Oh, well, thank God.
Yeah, it might be.
I was
might be
wondering
quite
how I managed to summon a ghost the last time.
Skills. Talents. Occultist talents, medium. You can use observation to perform
Medium.
seances. There you go.
That's not too bad. That's 6 dice, I should say. So could be worse.
6. Very good.
Yeah. 1 success.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I summon a very not nice ghost.
The ghost of Alina Sherry appears, very translucent, partially formed, floats around the room, takes one of her books down off the shelf and sits down at a table and starts writing in it.
I go over to have a look.
She's
full
ghost
disclosure.
writing. There's no actual writing taking place because the words are already written there. And
Right.
she is writing about a revenant.
Interesting.
And the incredible difficulty that you have in putting them down for good. So she says that it's very easy to kill a revenant, but getting it to stay dead is the challenge.
Right, okay.
It seems that when you kill them, they can possess a living creature.
Oh, okay. That's a really important note. I'll write that down.
So if you're not careful, it's you that ends up walking away as the revenant wearing a U suit.
Yeah.
And that's often how they get past being killed, because people go, hey, let's just get in there and smash it up. And they do. And it's like, oh no, I am dead. And then it possesses them instead. So she's written about how this revenant has been defeated on a number of occasions.
Yeah, and continue, sorry.
So this revenant has been killed several times over, as far as she's aware. And this is 20 years ago. It had been killed at least 3 times. She corroborates what you heard about it not being able to move if it gets paralyzed out during the daylight. But that if you bump into it while it's out in daylight, it can give you a stroke.
Whee!
Whoa!
Yeah. Just walking into an invisible revenant during the day is enough to give you a stroke.
Wow.
Oh yeah, it goes invisible.
Wow, okay. Well, werewolf's looking better and better by each thing.
Yeah, or the
Okay.
giant. I'll be a pushover.
Yeah.
But there is
He's a giant.
she's got some notes with question marks
Oh,
by
lovely.
them.
We like them.
So something to do with its body and a graveyard. It needs to be buried, but its original body needs to be buried.
Ooh.
Hmm.
Ooh. Oh, okay. Right. I'll have to talk to people about that because that's really interesting. Okay.
But that doesn't apply if it was buried in a graveyard.
Oh.
What?
there's something else you have to do if it was buried in a graveyard, but she's not sure of what. If it wasn't buried in a graveyard, you've got to bury it in one. But if it was buried in a graveyard, burying it again doesn't work. You need to do something else with it.
Yep. Okay. Question, and this is totally, I shouldn't have to roll for this. Was the corpse ever a graveyard? Or is it just a corpse, like some trees?
Well, those chaps that had sold stuff to the museum owner had claimed that it was a burial site.
Shit. Okay. And I imagine magic is like, it technically is a graveyard. He was buried there because he was dead. So
there is a little ruinsy symbol on the map, isn't there? I'm just showing the viewers the map at the moment.
That's okay. That's right. That's amazingly.
And she's also written cremation ?
That's always a good one.
Yeah. This is like when people say, "Oh yeah, to fight a vampire, you've got to do this," but it's 10 times more terrifying. It's like, oh, by the way, it's invisible. If you touch it, it gives you a stroke, and if you don't kill it in the exact proper way, it might possess one of your, compatriots.
Well, it's not invisible to you.
No, I know, but still.
Do we know how long it's been sighted or how many bodies it may have gone through?
This information that you've got is 20 years old.
Yeah,
Okay.
it killed 3 people when they were active. So presumably, I don't know why it would change bodies, because that's only if it gets destroyed. Or can actually, that's the question. Is there anywhere in the notes that implies that it can do this on its own volition, or is it a self-defense mechanism?
It doesn't suggest whether it's self-defense or whether it can choose to do it.
I'm gonna, and this is nice saying this, I'm gonna hope it's a self-defense mechanism, because we're fucked if it can just go presto.
Boom. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bing, bing.
Hi there, I'm the
put Thomas
kindly
in front,
innkeeper that
he's,
helped you guys. Oh no!
He's experienced that before, right? So.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, the lieutenant's fine. He had a nice ghost possess him. So
yeah, that was lovely.
Yeah, she was really lovely.
Now say it properly.
Lieutenant.
I'm not very. I can't do a Welsh accent.
It was lovely.
Lovely. She was lovely.
She was lovely.
Right. And is there
I'm just thinking it,
sorry.
in case it's not the original body, that's all.
Did Tommy kill
that's
it?
actually a good point. Yeah, because if it's not it wouldn't be, because they said they killed it 3 times beforehand. So we have to find the original body. Apologies, I understand. I'm very stupid.
How do we identify who that might be and where they might be buried?
Well,
I've got a feeling they might already be buried and we need to do something else.
For Albrecht, and I'm going with what he shared from the museum, and we will all do this in character in a minute, but I would assume it might be the body in the museum, or did we conclude that was pretend, that was a wax
No,
thing?
that is a horrific waxwork.
Right, okay, apologies. I wasn't too
It was a pretty
sure.
horrific waxwork.
But maybe the
It's not a body
circuit
hidden in wax.
is
Are
of
we all
use.
conveniently arriving back at the hall
knows?
after Agnes has done her research?
Yes, I think
Yeah.
about lunchtime,
Cheeky,
everybody will
yeah.
be back in time for sandwiches.
You come for sandwiches.
Just before I come to
14.
lunch, though, I would like to have a little flick through, and I'm looking for pictures of really scary, horrible, revenant-y looking things. What Agnes's interpretation of a revenant would be in the book. Yeah, like skeletal and...
Oh, yeah. It's like a
Is that every
skeleton with
page?
big tusks and a
Oh,
scary cowl and glowing blue eyes, big clawed hands.
okay. Can I do like a check to... Oh, yeah. Oh, no. That's just not
Oh.
nice. Okay.
Could be worse.
That's very true.
Could be a
I'm
giant.
going to make a very crap learning roll
A giant
to-
with lobster
to
claws.
just at all. And I would like to say I did keep the translator on my person as well. But I recognize, as we've discussed, I'm basically trying to like randomly find keywords in the dictionary, basically. So I recognize this might not work. But I'm just trying to see anything. Oh, that's 2 successes. That's not too bad. For just flicking through the book, seeing if there's anything else that might come up about the Revenant.
Yes, actually. It doesn't call it a revenant. It uses the term gola.
Oh, okay. I'm actually familiar with that term.
And in the book, it talks about how they should not be spared the fire because it will cleanse them.
Okay, right. We're getting somewhere. Okay.
Beware the gola because it can ride the wind.
Okay. Damn, I wish this book wasn't so flowery with its prose and it was just really straightforward. Okay.
And he knows your secret shame.
Dun, dun, dun.
Agnes from
Uh,
Oh no. No, okay. Shit. Okay.
Now, this one is not returning to you, Volcane UK.
That's well, okay. Well, we've learned some stuff. I'm going to return to lunch and we'll see what everyone else has learned.
Doctor,
Ah,
I left in your personal possession something very important to me.
I love- yeah,
was
yeah, I
wondering
have
if I
it.
could possibly
the
have
pocket
that back.
watch.
Yeah, yes, please.
Yes, here you go. Yes, I have
Did
looked
the wee
after
folk
it.
fix? Did they like do anything with it? That'd be really sweet. If they'd
I
like, oh, it's
seriously considered stealing it, but then I remembered it's like his key item. So
no, but no. I mean, like, was it maybe
I
like
cleaned
out
it.
of it? Yeah, was it
Shined it
cleaned
up.
and maybe wound back up or anything?
No, it's dirty and it stays dirty. I gotta.
Yeah, but they wouldn't know that.
No, I know. I gotta pop it open and check that.
No, you need to say that in an Austrian accent for the right effect. It's dirty and it stays dirty.
I'm gonna
God.
pop it open right there and then. So, if the doctor or anyone else is like,
Oh, I'm
looking, they might be able to
observing.
see.
With my
I'd like to
notebook.
observe if I'm there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's a photograph of a unit of
Yeah.
soldiers, and
They're all in Hawaiian shirts with colourful drinks.
they are not the Boogaloo Boys.
and
I
a
know.
lot of them are crossed off the picture.
Oh.
And I'll check the picture, and the button is there, and then I'll fold it back up and put it back in the thing and pop it away.
Would this be an
Thank you very
observation
much.
check, or can
Yeah,
we come
probably,
spy
yeah.
on
I'm
the?
like-
Well,
on the
you can see
lieutenant?
that he's got a picture of some soldiers with
Yeah.
some faces crossed out in it, and that button that you found is tucked in with them. And he was
Okay.
very keen to get that
Back.
Yeah.
watch back.
Okay. So, Lieutenant,
Close it up.
is there anything you want to talk about?
The creatures of this hall are not the only ones that I hunt.
Okay.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
What other ones are you hunting? I think
That's-
maybe we should
that's-
know.
That's between me and my boys.
Me
Okay.
and my gun. Sorry.
What you
Oh,
hunt may
God.
also be a problem for the rest of us. So, let us know.
What the things we are dealing with here are of a greater concern. Trust me.
Okay. Well, this is the question. Do I?
So just, sidelining all this uncomfortable male testosterone filled, angst going on
Not sure
here.
Albrecht does testosterone, to be honest.
I don't know. I found out some stuff about our
Excellent.
not
Excellent.
super living friends.
And you're going to
Oh.
share it with us.
Oh, well done, Agnes.
Well,
This is most commendable.
Yeah, I am going to share it because I'm
Excellent.
definitely not going up. I don't want this thing
Shall I-
anywhere
Shall
near
I pour
me
you a cup of tea?
town. No, I'm fine for a cup.
I
of-
could make you a sandwich.
I don't want a sandwich. I just would like to talk.
Strudel?
What have you done with Agnes?
Believe me, Albrecht. If what I'm about to describe, I don't want to be in this town or in this hall if something like this exists, because it sounds fucking terrifying.
Over
I just-
language. young
Yes.
lady.
I don't think
But
we need to
okay.
go that far, thank you.
Oh, believe me, this is
Please-
going to make
please
you
tell
shit
us-
your pants.
In fact, tell us what you've found out, and then we will judge whether or not
Okay.
those
I
foul
I
words
will-
are necessary.
I will elaborate my findings. We don't have to go through all of them, but yeah, I will also mention the stuff in the book, but I'm going to play that off as it was something I learned in Sherry's writings. Sherry's writings is fine because they already know that Sherry is a ghost and exists and all that kind of stuff. So I don't mind if they know that. But the book is
So-
tucked away.
So you're saying if you destroy this creature, then it in some way it may then inhabit you as a last-ditch survival tactic.
Yes, and my guess, and this is a guess, is that if we were protected in some means by like some kind of religious iconography, then maybe we would be spared. But the problem is, I don't know how far this possession thing
Yeah,
goes.
so I was about to say, what's the range on this?
Yeah, so if we kill it and then it goes to the next town over, and and it comes to
Or
the
a
house
nearby
and murders us.
cow?
Exactly. Yes. Another concern that I have
Oh no,
is
it's the death cow.
and another
Where's Dan when
concern
you
that
need him?
I have is we don't know enough about the actual land. We don't know if like we're gonna have to go to the cops, or we're gonna have to ask somebody near it, or the town, or somebody who would know about.
I think we
what
need
it
to
is.
So
visually
anything in
inspect
the
it ourselves.
library about the history of the area, or
Oh shit! Yeah. Why didn't I think of
that whole repository of information we have?
The
Yeah,
giant local history.
Yeah, the history
I don't know. I wasn't there
section.
for that session. Sorry.
Yeah, Albrecht, if you want
Yeah.
to, you could make a learning roll as well.
Yeah.
Now
I
that
could
you've
go-
got that more useful information, you might be able to link it to some of the things that you saw.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, so the local museums, they had some maps, and I
they
had
have a
looked at
cemetery,
that.
don't they? Does
Well,
Hoxne have a cemetery?
every church has a cemetery.
Okay, I
Don't
didn't
say
know that.
father. Nod.
Yes, of course. Quite. I believe the hall has its own private cemetery as well.
Okay, we should lock that down.
Then he swirls his cape and disappears in a puff of bat.
Do you enjoy walks in the graveyard, Reverend?
Yes, we have a crypt.
We've never actually seen the
There
reference.
is one graveyard.
Oh,
Two
oh,
graveyards.
God. I'm sorry, people who are new and have no idea what all these references we're making are.
Oh, who's your
Apologies.
favourite vampire? Picture of the Muppet guy. He doesn't count. I assure you he does.
He does. Ba-ba-da-bum-bum.
Right,
So,
okay, Alden, on
I
your
got
learning
a
roll,
one.
you recall tell of a highwayman in the 16th century who roamed around these parts and had his base in the blasted copse. Now, he was hunted down by the people of Hoxne and Oakley and lynched rather than given a trial then and there. The reason that that is relevant to you is because it seems that that is the point at which events that could be attributed to the Revenant take place.
So from that point on.
Did he
So
have a
the
horse?
original Revenant would seem to be that highwayman. Yes, he did have a horse.
Can we give him our horse?
I guess you
I
could if you wanted
apologise
to.
and give him the horse. Sorry, we didn't give you a fair trial. Here's the horse back.
Here's your hat.
And
Ah,
now you're
thunder, there
sentenced
you
to
are.
death.
Okay.
Or his hat.
So it's amazing what you pick up in these local museums, yeah. You know, I was just looking at the maps and eating the sandwich with the beef and the mustard, not real mustard, but the mustard. And yeah, there's something about a highwayman. I particularly caught my fancy because of the boots. I like the boots as they used to wear, and the nice pointy hat with the 3 corners. 3 corners, the way to go. You know, this is the future, yeah. Anyway, I think it's him.
So I guess we've either got to find his original body and make sure it's buried. I suppose maybe it wasn't buried if he was lynched.
Well, he may have been dangling from the tree. Does my recollection Was the blasted corpse blasted at this point, or is that afterwards?
No, it was blasted at this point. That is the point when it became the blasted cops.
Ah, well, this is very
Blast.
suspicious.
Shortly after the lynching, those trees were struck by lightning.
The old superstitions, you see, they're the confluence of ideas, the hanged man, which is well known in spirituality, the lightning from the god Wotan, very popular in the Teutonic areas. And this is very likely. I think maybe this is the source of the superstition, and we will lance the boil with the light of logic and reason.
So to the blasted cops.
Well, let's load up on religious iconography and maybe get a blunderbuss or something. But yeah,
I was thinking something explosive might be useful.
I think that sounds brilliant. Culver!
Yes, sir?
Do you have any gunpowder? Like in barrels?
No, nothing fresh, sir. I could probably knock something up for you in a couple of hours.
Okay.
We're going to blow him up from a distance and then try and find his body and resolve everything before he possesses someone else.
Bombs of a sort that we could use if necessary.
Oh, there we go.
I mean, destroying him at range, would get around the possession problem potentially.
Yes, this one feels a bit like it would be putting off the inevitable, and keep having to do that. We need to find its. We need to find that body.
I suggest, sir, if you're going to the cops, that maybe you do it by daylight. It's safer then.
Well, let's jump in the car.
We're being raided.
Millie the GM. Hello, raiding us with a party of 9. Welcome.
Perfect timing. We're just leaping in the automobile and driving to the blasted
I'll
cops.
go round the front and do the.
I was going to have lunch, but we didn't. Oh, okay.
Have it in the back of the car. Culver is an excellent driver.
That's a hamper in the back of the car, Culver.
Exactly.
Yeah, I assumed we were like nibbling on stuff while we were talking.
Raid.
Are we loaded up with religious iconography? Did we raid the chapel? I just want to make sure.
You've got a couple of crosses. I mean, loaded up on religious iconography is one thing, but...
Okay, I just need to go to my room for just a moment, and just bear with me.
You're not going to put it on, are you?
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Okay, so guns, knives, sharp sticks. The thing that Albrecht's gone to get.
Hello!
Sword.
How are you?
My knife and my book.
A nun has appeared with a little goatee beard. Hello, and how are you? I be Sister Euphemia. I'll be joining you today because you need some religious backup, I heard.
So is this one of those
possessions
illusions that you've been talking to us about?
I don't know what you mean. What's a delusion?
I'm very confused. I'm just going to turn around and walk to the car and get in the back with my rifle and sword.
I'm scared how Albrecht has a nunnery's outfit.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna turn around as well and get in the car.
Can I just check with the GM? Can I just check with the GM? It is just Albrecht doing a voice
It is
in a
absolutely
wimple.
Albrecht doing a voice
Okay.
in a nun's habit and
That's
wimple.
fine. I've just walked away.
And I'm
just
so
like...
glad he's finally done that because I have been hanging on to this secret since session 1.
I've been waiting
Is this
for the
how you
perfect
got
moment.
into the country?
I don't know what you mean, young lady. And how are you anyway? You look like you could do with a wash.
It is absolutely Albrecht in a nun's habit and wimple.
I'm getting in the car. I'm not dealing with this.
The car is now rattling and shaking and banging away, ready to go. Culver's sat in the driver's seat with his hand on the steering
What
lever.
a magnificent throbbing machine you have there,
Guys,
young man.
Goggles on.
Oh god, I'm on the railing, the thing on the side. You know.
Oh, Albrecht's one of those kind of nuns. Okay, I follow.
Now, Lieutenant, perhaps if you observe, You might be able to pick up how to drive.
Oh, excellent,
and then
excellent.
You'd
Yes,
be
I'll jump
welcome
into
to
the-
take her out.
I'll jump into the
You're
co-pilot
saying-
seat then, shall I?
You're sitting on his
And he
knee.
heads off down the road at the remarkable speed of damn near 20 miles an hour.
Wow.
Oh, this is an
jeez.
unholy speed.
Well, hang on
Wrap
to your
my
whip,
hair
Paul,
up
then.
in a scarf.
You can feel your organs liquefying from the pure power of the engine. It must have the power of maybe 3 or even 4 horses.
How do you fit so many horses in that tiny box?
In that 4-horse-shaped box.
I'm actually at a loss what to do with this nun. but-
Yeah, I'm very confused. I'm going to turn around and say, what did you say your name was again?
Sister Euphemia,
Oh,
the Blessed Mother.
okay.
Okay.
Right.
Told you'd need religious help.
Who told you?
My good friend Albrecht.
So you're friends with Albrecht, are you?
Oh, yes.
Oh my god.
And
Oh my
So
God.
Culver starts driving and he drives from
I-
the hall
you
down
can't
the
brush
driveway
over the nun. Come on.
to the main road
Well,
while you're having this loud shouted conversation
What
with a
was
nun.
that? What were you saying, young man?
What's great
What?
is a very good friend of mine has just started watching this, and I've now got to explain what the fuck is going on to them.
Good luck.
Yeah.
So when you say you're friends, are you?
Yes.
Lovers?
I think that's a very impertinent
Are
question,
you a
young
spirit
lady.
we haven't met yet, and you're?
What? No, I'm not a spirit. I'm a nun. I'm very much against spirits. Thank you very much.
So
Oh,
is
he didn't mention you either.
Apart
Yeah,
from the
he didn't-
Holy Spirit.
Dr.
That is the
Albrecht?
only spirit.
Dr. Wagner didn't mention you. I'm sorry to say.
He's a very private man.
He doesn't really cross me as a private man.
Well, you haven't got to know him properly.
Wait.
That is
wait.
true. That is true.
What do you think of the supernatural?
What do you mean, Jesus and God?
No,
and the
no,
Holy
no, no, no.
Spirit
Like
and all that?
like
Devils.
devils and demons.
Oh, they are to be exorcised and banished from this place. They
But
must
they're-
not be allowed in.
But they
But-
are.
But you believe in them.
Oh, of course I do.
And what about fairies and elves and giants and werewolves?
Well, some of those are fanciful tales, but there's always a grain of truth in them, and it's usually the people who've lost their path and strayed away from God.
Great, great. So we move from one skeptic to another, and it's just, oh god, okay. No, there's no such thing as a revenant. It's just Jesus.
You just need to be returned to the grace of the Lord.
Exactly.
Albrecht
So you reach
introduced
the
you to
main road.
Reverend.
And the ride gets a little smoother at this point. Unfortunately, that just means you can now hear the conversation a little better. And you drive along the main road to the bridge where you encountered the brook horse just last night, thinking that that was at that time the strangest thing you'd ever beheld. How things change in just one night.
I'm gonna lean over to Agnes and say, "Are we sure that they're not one of these things we need to worry about?"
What's that you're whispering?
Oh no,
There's
we,
the quiet
we
lady
need to
inn
worry
where
about
Albrecht
this.
had breakfast and slept the night
But-
before.
Okay.
But
Then a
I-
little
I-
country lane down to a small group of farms near the Blasted Tree Inn. And finally, round the corner to the Blasted Copse.
Oh, that was very refreshing. Thank you very much, young man.
I-
Just my
I
whim.
have
Uh,
so many questions.
Where is Albrecht then, if I may ask?
I don't know. You presume he's back at the house.
Okay.
Can I just go on a limb? I'm assuming no one else's secrets are this like mind shattering because this is actually like I don't know what to say. I don't even want to fight the Revenant now. I just want to know all
Solve
about
Albrecht.
this.
Or
I mean, it's fascinating.
Euphemia.
I am intrigued. I just am very caught off guard. Okay.
So for people who are new to the stream, one of the things that you have as part of your character in Vaesen is that you have like a deep, dark secret, which you keep completely to yourself
in a pocket
and
watch.
only comes out in times of great stress or difficulty and is connected to the thing that gives you your ability to see the supernatural creatures. So some kind of great trauma or tragedy that has happened in your past that is connected to this signature item or deep dark secret that you have. So for some reason, Albrecht's deep dark secret is another related personality who is an Irish nun.
Hello.
Well, he is an Austrian psychotherapist.
Hello.
You know what? This is not the time of place.
Yes, we've got
a
things
nice
to do.
Lengthy,
Did the doctor apprise you of the situation? I'm going.
Oh, yes, that's why I'm here. He told me that we needed the faith of Jesus to carry us through the day.
You know what? I said I wouldn't
Do you
get.
have any weapons with you at all?
I
or
have
just,
the might of the
your faith?
Lord
Yep, I
and
saw
the
that
revolver.
coming. Oh wow! I was not seeing that coming. Okay. I have Jesus, and I also have a Colt 45.
And a very heavy cross.
Excellent. Well, and you know we're searching the
it's like
cops here for any kind of burial mound, crypt, remnants of a deceased hangman.
A hanged highwayman. Aye, yes, I heard.
So
very well.
You arrive at the blasted crypt.
Agnes, why don't you
crypt cops?
Agnes, you and the nun go that way. Millicent and I will go that way.
Sister Euphemia, please.
Sister Euphemia, sorry.
I'll drag Sheba away. Stop sniffing her.
Oh, there you go, folks. It really is that simple. If a bunch of 19th century supernatural hunters can turn around and just go, and just move on with their lives, so can the rest of us.
If this is a part of our
just
dear
going with it
acquaintance, then that's fine. I am now getting questions as to why the Austrian
well, obviously,
psychologist. I imagine
given the nature of the
same.
game, there's obviously something deeper.
Exactly.
But yeah.
Okay, so I'm with the sister. That's
so this.
I was
this
joking.
copse,
I was joking on that.
This copse is made up of 3 particularly large and very old trees. Difficult to make out what they were, but based on size, you would have to guess either an oak or possibly an alder, both very common British trees.
Mm-hmm.
Were there any particular types of trees that people preferred to lynch people from back then?
I think it was whatever was nearby, really.
Okay.
I actually would like to be there. Oh, can I not be hung on an oak? That's very common. I'd like an ash if that's preferable.
Actually, I'd like a weeping willow.
Oh, yes, that would be
cunning.
very
With the bendy branches.
With the bendy branches, yes.
But you just are standing on the ground. Oh, well, I guess we'll just have to burn them.
Boing.
Right, let me think. What is the absolute best thing for you to be rolling on here to work this out? I would guess it is investigation. Yes.
And 40 gunmen. So we found your sister.
Are we in the wilderness?
And we can all roll for this, right?
You are not in the wilderness. No, you're in the countryside. Yes, you can all roll for investigation at this point.
Well,
yeah, because this isn't like Coriolis.
Can I
where
use
skills
my
are...
map book to help in this
yes,
situation?
you can use your map book to help with the situation. That's a +1 from your map book.
Investigation's a logic, isn't it?
It is, yes.
Shit, I'm only rolling 4, but that's fine. Holy shit, 2 successes. I'm on a roll.
Nice.
Very much intended.
Boy, I think I know what's going on. With my 2.
1 success.
I'm loving chat, by the way.
Yeah.
Extraordinary.
Well, yep.
Claire, are you rolling?
I've rolled, yeah. I got 2 successes.
Oh, you did. Sorry,
shit,
you were the first one. So you are smashed this roll. You guys are so dead when you're fighting that revenant, using up all your luck now. So the 2 success folk, the 3 of you, whilst walking around the copse, notice that the ground there has a remarkably regular structure. There are occasional tumbled bricks or larger stones, and you work out that you are pacing the floor plan of a ruined or abandoned, long absent house or cottage of some kind. Lieutenant Cranthorne, whilst investigating the trees, you come across one of the branches of the largest of the 3 trees that's about 12 feet up, has a rope burn around it, where underneath the rope mark there is less damage done to the tree. So it's not as damaged as the rest of the branch, like
So it's
something passed through it.
pulled on top.
Yeah. So there's this sort of rope loop where there's been some friction, but the area under where the rope was is less damaged than the rest of the branch.
Like
Is that
something very
within
heavy
the,
was hanging off of it.
The floor plan of the building?
It's not within the floor plan of the building, no.
No, yeah, these would be ancient trees.
Some of the stones and blocks that you find have got some scorch marks on them. They're very
Ooh.
old scorch marks, like there was a fire burning there a very long time ago.
I'm going to load some cross-carved bullets into my rifle.
Oh, what have you got there? Could I have some of those?
I'm gonna roll my sleeves up, realizing that all I've got is punching and stabbing, and neither of those I'm that good at.
I'm going to throw some bullets to the sister.
Ah, thank you very much.
We're working on the theory that all bullets fit all guns then.
No.
Yeah.
We've got a
No,
whole
Millicent is
selection.
thorough.
Oh, no, you're right, actually.
Yeah.
Millicent
Yeah.
did use
She's
Every
prepped
one.
lots
Back
of
of
different. Yeah.
Everything. Millicent, we said to Millicent, "Hey, Millicent, would it be okay if you did some bullets?" And Millicent was like, "I'll do it." And the entire everybody's ammunition, like we have arrows that have been carved.
I was playing cricket.
Yeah.
There's one howitzer shell.
Yeah.
Can I climb the tree?
Yes, you can make an
God.
agility roll.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
Scramble
roll.
up there.
This is where I fall out and break my neck and
You,
die.
you'll have precision, or your neck. You get tangled up in the rope.
Roger's going to give Ben a GM reroll to force me. Right, here we go. Agility.
So this was a highwayman was hung here just because I had to step
Yes.
out for a
Yes.
moment. Sorry about
Yep.
that. There was a snafu going on.
Oh, there you go. He's actually given you a
Oh,
reroll.
Look at that.
No.
Oh,
The
Rog,
big
love
soup.
you too. Surprise!
Catch more flies with sugar than you will with vinegar.
Yeah, so I got 1 success on my agility roll.
Okay, so you scramble up this large tree from branch to branch, not so much on the side where the lynching appears to have taken place, but you have to work your way around.
Yeah,
It's a
might
little
be
bit tricky with
creepy.
that sword rattling at your hip and a rifle
I'll
across
put
your back.
I'll put them down on the ground at the bottom.
Okay, but you
Don't
shimmy
damage
your
my
way
equipment.
Yeah,
out onto the
Agnes
branch.
eyes them and then shakes her
I'll
head
take
gently.
good care
I
of
put
you.
2 things on the floor. If there's not 2 things on the floor when I get back, I know where to go.
Yeah, but they're big things, so
You can borrow the sword if you want.
nah, boom, maybe.
So you shuffle your way out onto the branch.
Yep.
And what do you want to do when you get there?
I have no idea what I'm doing with supernatural things.
Okay,
other
so
than
you've climbed a
certain
tree.
things. So I've climbed a tree to have a look at it, see if there's a vibe, anything spooky or ghosty going on, or if I see
Okay.
anything. You know, if there's a certain perspective or something from this area. I don't know.
That's a good point. If you're vibing,
I am
Make-
vibing.
and
Empathy roll.
what is it? It's observation roll for vibing,
Yeah, which is
or
empathy.
investigation for eagle eye viewing. If you're looking down over the area,
That's
I'm
probably more
really-
what I'm doing. I think I'm vibing, but being such a rangefinder artilleryman, I'm just kind of looking from up on.
I'm
up
really
above.
tempted to just seance here, but I know that's going to
Oh,
be a
jeez, no.
that would be I go summon and like a big black smoke cloud goes like
And all the
Oh,
people he
no.
killed, and
Yeah.
all the people they killed, 300 ghosts appear.
and they're all just like, yes, please tell us about. No, shoo. Okay, one at a time. Christ almighty.
so from your raised vantage point, looking down over the floor plan, you can spot that there is a roughly square depression. You couldn't see it from the ground level, because at ground level it's just blended in with dead leaves and old grasses and stuff like that. But there is a roughly square depression in one room of the house that the others are paced around.
Lady Millicent, what's that over there? I'll say I'm up in the tree. What's that over there? There seems to be some sort of is that a depression over there?
Well, it's just over here. I'm going to have a look.
Yeah, just a couple of feet in front of you there.
Okay. What
There's
is
a
it?
very slight depression that you're stood in. It's full of sort of leaves and mud and grasses.
What room, if I'm looking
There's
at the
this
floor plan,
half-
what room do I think I might be in?
I mean, given that that it's just a floor plan, there's only really one or two rooms to the house.
Hmm.
This would be like the main room of the house, you would guess. Half buried under the leaf litter, there's the corpse of a fox, which has in
Oh.
its mouth the corpse of a rat.
Which has in its
Oh.
mouth the corpse.
Some animal bones by the looks of it.
As you step into the square that they're on, though, there's a slightly hollower sound than the previous bit of ground you were on.
Oh, I'm going to start digging at the ground and give it a knock. Is that like a wooden?
Yes, a few inches down under the soil, there is a wooden cover.
Take it up.
If you clear it out, the dead animals are right in the middle of it.
Oh,
A little bit
And
strange.
you uncover a sort of partially rotted wooden trapdoor with a
You'd say another
heavily
dead body.
rusted metal loop in it that's sunk into the wood and dissolved almost entirely to pieces, and two very rusty hinges on the opposite side.
Hey, Agnes, have you got that crowbar?
Yep, I do. I'll come over. Oh, there's a lot of dead things here. Okay,
I've climbed
that's-
back down while
Yeah, that's
that was
not
going.
good.
Oh, that's what you were doing.
yeah,
I thought you were doing the "Don't you open that trapdoor" dance.
Oh, I loved that as a kid. Oh my god.
You mean as a
and the
kid?
the trapdoor show
Yeah,
was like clean.
That's what I mean. What do you mean as a kid? I still love it now.
Yeah,
I
but I
like the
haven't seen
dungeon
it since then. It was on like
outing.
it was on like a tape.
Tape.
Yeah, we weren't that
Wow.
well off. We used to use tapes. Anyway, so I'm
We
gonna
had loads of tapes.
shimmy this trapdoor open.
Okay, that's a strengthy athleticsy roll, the physiquey one
Stay
that you're really
away
good
from
at.
that trapdoor.
It's actually aged
This is
really
some
well, by
step.
the way, the trapdoor. If you can get your hands on it now, you should. It's
Yeah,
like £3 on
very
DVD and
good.
it's well worth it.
Mm.
Yeah. Good for children. Yeah, so it's just a straight 5 plus my bonus, so 6. Right, I want to show this to the camera. So I did get, it's backwards, but I did get 2 successes. See those 2
It's not
successes?
Yep.
backwards to
Yeah.
us. It's fine.
That's
Yep,
Oh,
2
it's not. It's
successes.
backwards to me.
Yeah.
Just to be clear, it's all kosher. I am actually getting these. I'll start.
Oh,
yeah.
there's a whole thread on the Discord about how Nye fakes it all his rolls.
Yeah. mhm.
It's a well-known fact.
So I will just pop it open. Hopefully nothing grabs me.
Don't worry, there's no one in chat demanding a recount at the minute.
Oh, gosh. Nice and topical. This will age
Too
well.
soon. So yes, you reach in and you pry open
Yeah.
this trapdoor, which really resists. It's incredibly difficult to open. You're lucky you got 2
Yeah,
successes.
I spit on my hands.
You really have to work at this, and you're used to being able to get like drain covers and things like this off with no problem whatsoever. And
Mhm.
a rush of bad air kind of wafts out.
Oh
So it
dear, sorry,
hits
I
you.
think that was me.
It's quite stinky down there. But as you lift it up, you can see that there is a reinforced entranceway going down into the ground. It's completely dark down there. There was once a metal ladder here, but it looks like that's long gone, molded and rusted. There's the outlines of where it used to be attached. And all you've got is this hole down into stinky darkness.
Did anybody think to bring a torch?
I have got a hurricane lamp.
Oh, really?
Tinderbox.
Awesome.
Hmm.
Oh, okay, cool. I was about to say we're gonna have to like wrap
Drive
a bit
back.
of cloth. Yeah.
Maybe take the lanterns off the gleaming chariot, maybe.
I don't think they work if you take them off of the car, no?
Depends how advanced the car is.
You have to
You
light them
steer
before
it
you
with
go.
a handle.
It could just be a couple of lanterns strapped to the front of
Yeah,
the
that's
car.
is
very
also
true.
true.
Probably are.
I'm going to
plans.
do do the slight lean over to look into the darkness and go, no, fuck that, no. Someone else can go in there. I'm staying up here. Fuck that, no.
Can you please make
A dodge
an
roll.
Oh,
observation or
Okay.
investigation roll?
observation because I'm
I'm going to
that's what I'm
pass
good at.
Agnes my binoculars and say, did you want a closer look?
No, because there'll be
Not
something
that
horrible.
close, no.
Yeah, I was about to say, might get pushed in.
Oh,
One
no.
success for observation.
You know the second line of that song?
There's
Stay
something
away
down
from that
there.
trapdoor.
That's the first line.
You're a
'Cause there's
fool
something
if you
down there.
Because
dare.
there's something down
Oh,
there.
there's something down there.
Yes, and that's what I was trying to get to with that comment. You see movement.
Oh
Down
no,
below.
no! Away! I am backing the fuck up from that. No, I'm not going near it.
What is it? What's
There's something.
happening?
There's something down there.
I will step forward with
Or
my cross
something.
before me.
You Burke,
Oh.
get out of the way. And I'll-
Boom.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Where's my dinner?
Okay, stand on a big. Is there like a series of small walls around here? You know, sort of the, or is it just
Not really.
flat? Oh, okay.
It's almost entirely flat. Yes, there are a series of small walls, but they're very much flush with the ground now.
Okay. I'm just getting near with the rifle, covering the hole, not leaning over it, but like covering the hole.
Okay. You can't see anything down there.
Did we have a lantern?
Yeah, I'm going to lean over and kind of shine the lantern down there.
Okay. So you lean over and you lower the lantern down
I'm
into.
there with my
I'd
cross.
like to remind everyone I'm very far back away from this.
You begin to lower the lantern down. Sister Euphemia is there with her cross.
Talking in Latin and everything.
Lieutenant Cranthorne is there with his rifle. As you lower the lantern down, you catch a glimpse of something down below in a cave or cellar of some kind. There's a shuffle of movement as something moves at the edge of the light. And we shall stop there.
Yeah, I figured. No, this is like
Dun,
for this evening.
Sheba's got her nose over, just like this.
I think Sheba would put her nose over and then back away because it stinks. There is a smell coming from down there.
Oh, is it death?
Roger just put git. That's about right.
So can I carry my reroll over? I didn't use it.
No, rerolls don't carry over. Pete's in charge. He makes the rules.
Oh,
Oh, I'm the
don't-
bad guy, am I?
yeah.
Oh yeah, I got one at the very start when I first started playing on this, and I was hoping it would accrue in value to be like, but it didn't. Yeah.
So thank you very much to everybody for joining us. I know it's a little bit of an early finish, but it's kind of cliffhangery. And if we'd gone on a little bit more, it could have ended up rolling on. And I've still got to plan a few lessons for later this week.
Mm-hmm.
So join us tomorrow for Coriolis, Pay the Road, where hopefully we
die.
don't all die.
Yeah.
And then join us again on Thursday over on the Free League channel, where hopefully we also won't die.
Good luck.
Alien game, so I'm not going to hold my breath on that one.
This is
You
more
are
Halloween-y
dangling
than a
in
Halloween
space.
game.
Yes, I am dangling
Outside
alone out of the
a
back door of a
pod.
spaceship, 20 feet away from anyone that can help me.
With a skinless
backed up
working
against
Joe in
a
front of
pod with a skinless droid inside it.
you. Yes.
What could possibly go wrong?
Seems fine.
Oh,
What?
yes.
You've got a
In
backup
the middle of a
character, right?
weird gravitational anomaly,
At least
right
you're
in
not.
front of a bio research ship.
At least you're not
Yeah.
Dan's character.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Just Me Jam.
Yes.
Yes. And
They're all
thank you
good
for the
from here.
raid, Millie the GM.
Yes, thank you. I believe Millie the GM is going to be coming on stream and running a session for us in December at some point.
Indeed.
Another part of our glorious homage to the Free League.
Yeah.
I think you're doing
Tales from the Loop.
Tales from the Loop, yes.
And Millie the GM actually has some Tales from the Loop adventures on the Free League, I want to say, workshop on Drive Through RPG, which you can go and
Okay.
check out. Millie, feel free to whack a link in the chat if you want to.
Yeah. Yeah, December's going to be all one shots. It's going to be awesome.
Yes.
It's all one shots, yes.
All one shots for December. So all of our games will be finishing at the end of this month. Anything that's ongoing that hasn't finished by then wraps up in the last week in November. And then in December, we're going to do 2 or 3 one shots a week.
Yep.
Testing out some new stuff, pulling out some very, very old stuff, a nice little mixture of nostalgia and experimentation.
Yeah, rifts, yeah.
So we got rifts.
Wow.
I'm going to be running a game of Wild Sea, which is still currently in Kickstarter. Looks
Yeah,
really,
looks
really interesting.
awesome.
Going to give
Yeah.
that a crack. We've got Flint and Steel spin-off one-shot from our flagship, what's it called, thingy?
Warhammer Fantasy
Woofrup
Roleplay.
game.
Yep.
Yes, Woofrup 4E. So
Yep.
we're looking at doing a little spin-off from there, with possibly more news about Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay coming up.
Whoa.
In the future.
Whoa, don't
know.
spill the beans just yet.
It's
Don't
viral
stoke the
marketing.
fires.
Viral
Are
marketing.
beans?
I know, I'm
No
playing
one
along.
said there would be beans.
We've got Best Left Buried
Okay.
from our friend Pat Foot of the Mountain on Twitter, who's going to come and join us to run a Best Left Buried game. We've
Ooh,
got
that'd be fun.
Jonathan Hicks, who's going to come back and run another episode of Those Dark Places, which he ran
Yeah, that was
before, and that's
awesome.
his role-playing game that's coming out November 26th from Osprey Games. So there's loads of cool stuff going on. And Jim, who was in Dragonlance, is going to be running what's it called? Adventures
Mythic
of
Odysseys of Theros.
Yeah,
That's
which
it.
is the
Mythic.
new D&D
the ancient Greece D&D.
thing. Yeah, I still
thing.
don't understand what it is, but I just smile and go, yes, I know what you're talking about.
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be
Yes.
awesome.
So loads of cool stuff, loads of one
Yeah.
shots. We thought, because it's like the holiday season, we'd do something that's a bit more fun, swap around GMs and players and all that kind of stuff. So we're all in the background figuring it out on our Discord channels. And we will be publishing a schedule very soon for exactly what that means on all the days of that month. So that's cool.
And our little Halloween one-shot with the Elmo vampire and
Oh, hello,
I'm
hello.
2/3 of the way through watching that back.
Hello.
That is really fun. That's
the
just like
Dark Ages vampire one-shot that we did
Oh.
turned out to be really, really popular.
Yeah.
So as you can see from the wall of books behind me, that section there is Vampire Dark Ages. So I might have to do another one of those in the new year at some point.
My name is Stuff.
And my Star Trek Adventures Klingon book arrived, so I eventually might get around to doing episode 2 of the Adventures of the Tl'itch. And we'll see.
Glory to you and your house.
Yeah. So there is there is loads of
Maybe I'll
stuff
do
going
a
on.
superhero
Oh yes, Nye.
And Alden
I'm
is,
gonna be,
Alden is
running a
Nye
game.
is totally doing a superhero game. Alden can
Yes.
do a superhero game as well.
No.
game.
Wait, Alden could do a Scooby Doo game.
Oh,
Yeah. Like, let's get out of here, Scoop.
it's just a lot of
In that game, though, we have to be able to move out of our little windows and appear out of other windows.
Appear in other people's windows.
Yeah.
We'll all have to
I'm gonna
save
be
loads
behind
of
the
Zoom
screen, like-
backgrounds of each other's houses.
Yeah. That would be crazy. Cool. Okay. And don't forget Facebook, Twitter, all those things below.
Yep, all those lovely things.
Join us on our Discord. having lots of cool conversations, and also our Patreon. There are a bunch of lovely people who do support us. This is the sales pitch, yes. And they are fantastic people, and they make all of this possible with all the software, kit, equipment, and games that we play.
Oh, that's a good point, actually, when it comes to the Patreon. Patrons, if you are watching and you would be interested in taking part in a little Christmas quiz game show type doobly effort
Oh,
with
it's gonna be
some of the
awesome.
cast members, please get in
So
touch
Aren't we
with me
pairing
and
up?
let him know.
Oh, the
Are we going to
quiz.
have a
Oh, yeah.
cast
Yeah.
member and a patron?
That's the plan. Is a
And I'm
cast
gonna be the
member and
that's
patron
quizmaster.
per team.
awesome.
I'm going to be the quizmaster.
Depending on your patron tier, you may get someone who could answer the question.
Well, oh no, that means that there's gonna be like, yeah, you got stuck. Yeah, you got stuck.
Yeah, top
with-
tier, you get like Rog. If you're like the $1 tier, you
Hi.
get I.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah,
Harsh.
I'm
Harsh.
privileged
Actually,
to be
Nye's
on the
been
quiz
in
show.
a lot of the shows recently.
It's
Yeah.
true, actually.
So
Nye
he's
would be
probably
worth
very
having on
capable
the
of
team now.
answering most of the questions. So
Yeah.
be
Volunteer
careful what you wish
myself
for.
the $1.
But you also get a load of free stuff just by going to look at the Patreon. You don't even have to sign up to get a load of free stuff. But if you do become a patron, then there's loads of cool things on there. All the maps and things that I use for my games on the channel, I share on there. And we're always trying to find new ways to give the patrons new content. Our Klingon show, for example, the first episode we tried to do for patrons only. I've now figured out how to do it. So the next episode of that will be patrons only on the Discord. And then we'll put it on YouTube later once I get another free weekend day to run that. But yeah, so anyway, loads of cool stuff going on. So please stick with us, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, when I'm gonna die again.
Embrace
Race you
it.
to Valhalla.
Fine.
Positive thinking there, Nye.
will help.
Right. Okay, well, stay safe, everyone, and we
Yeah.
will see you tomorrow for more fun
Thanks all,
adventures.
and good night.
Ta-da! Ta-ra, bye-bye.